Well, subliners, we'll do New York because they're a bit of a funny one because obviously, yesterday Zuma just announced his retirement. Is there any like rumors of who's going to be joining that team? Who have they got?
Well, they got
They've
Diamond
got-
Con, didn't they?
It's Diamond Con
Yeah.
and
He's in their academy team.
But
wait,
what's the deal with Hydra? What's going on with
He
Hydra?
can't get
play.
over.
He doesn't have
Yeah.
a visa to get in.
who's their fourth? Sorry.
It's him.
Okay, yeah. So the subliners roster is
They're in
Mac,
They're in
Middle. I would put the
Yeah.
middle tier. I would
Mac.
put the middle tier.
Mac
Yeah, I was
Clayster,
just
Hydra,
looking
but
at it,
Hydra's
too.
stuck in Europe. Zuma's just quit.
Yeah.
So it's basically two looking for two. Which at the moment that's pretty shambles.
Oh, if their team is Diamond Con, ACM, Clayster, and Mac, I'd put them in middle tier.
Where's ASIM at the moment? Who's he playing for?
I'm pretty
He's
sure.
just their sub, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
he's
Oh,
just
okay.
New York sub. He's not officially their sub.
And he's
but-
been screwing with them because
Yeah.
they were waiting for Hydra to get over. So it's like
But
he's
he can't.
been playing.
I
Fair
agree
enough.
with
I
guys,
think that
he's
should be
good.
decent.
I
Yeah,
still
I
think
know.
they're middle. I still think they're middle tier.
I'll put the
Yeah,
middle
Yeah,
tier.
I'd probably say middle regardless. But would we
Okay.
not rate them with Hydra, considering he would be the one playing majority of the season, like once he gets there?
I guess. Apparently Hydra.
I would still put the middle tier.
I've never seen Hydra play, but apparently he's just
Yeah.
a psycho on the map.
We can kind of only base it off face value though. They're pretty much two looking for two. We're basing this off the start of the season. So Hydra, yes, he's in their roster. Unknown as to whether or not he can actually play. When does the season actually start? Kicks off pretty soon, yeah?
Yeah.
February.
Yeah.
There's like
No,
this
that's the
show matches
classic
this
thing,
week.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we've got.
like the actual thing starts February.
Yeah.
So are we putting them? If we're sticking them in middle tier, are we putting them whereabouts, like in terms of with Mutineers and Rocker?
I'd put
Like,
the
I'll
last.
I'll put
I
them both
lost
ahead
it,
of
I'll
them. Yeah.
I think they're
Last.
last right now.
Yeah.
So just keep them there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Easy. I feel like the next one's pretty obvious, but we've got Scump, Formal, Envoy, Dashy, Optic.
I'd put them top
Chicago.
tier. I'd
You
put
wouldn't put them
that
champs contenders.
way. No, not right now. I'd put them on.
I'd say champ contenders just
Yeah.
behind FaZe and Dallas.
Yeah, I'd say they're the worst in the champs contenders, but I think you still got to put them there.
Why
Yeah,
would you-
I concur.
Why would you put them in top tier though, James?
Well, I just don't. I think Dallas and FaZe are probably significantly better than them. I think they're closer to LA than they are to Dallas.
Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. What's their scrim results been though? Like, have
I
they been?
have no idea.
You have no idea. Great, sweet.
They've been-
At least we're all on the
they've
same
been-
page.
They've been smoking teams apparently since they
Okay.
moved to Texas.
Yeah,
Maybe they may.
what I heard is that they scrimmed Florida, and Florida they apparently won like the most maps on when Optic wasn't in Texas, and then Optic moved to Texas, and they like smoked
They
Florida.
smoked them. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're putting them as probably like what? Kind of we all can agree except for James. I do kind of see where James is coming from though. I mean, like.
You guys are a bunch of cowards. Scump isn't gonna block you.
Scump, if you see this, block everyone, please. That'd be funny. All right, so put them chance contenders, but behind Dallas
Yeah.
and FaZe at the moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably fair enough.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't even bother asking, to be honest.
Just straight there. What do you
Yeah, I
reckon?
don't know.
Scraps.
To be fair,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently,
I'll leave him
Florida's
out for
really
now.
good.
The players in the team aren't bad. It's just like they're in just a bad situation. Like the orgs kind of slap them together last second. They're gonna have no practice. Like,
It's not the greatest org.
It's.
yeah,
I don't think any of them have ever teamed together before, right?
No.
nah,
No.
not a
Wait, is it-
chance.
Well, Scraps has only really teamed with. Who was Scraps with last year? London, yeah?
Yeah.
He's teamed with FaZe.
He's teamed with FaZe, that's what I was saying. The
Yeah,
only
well,
Americans that he's teamed with was Zuma, Attach.
Wasn't even Attach. Attach wasn't on
No,
that.
he wasn't, was he?
Nah, he wanted to be on that team, but
Yeah.
nah.
So Paris, we got what? Scraps, Classic, Aqua, and Fire. Who's Fire? Never even heard of him.
Fire's like a really good AM.
Yeah.
Or was an AM.
He's
He honestly might be my favorite M to watch. The whole of the MW season, when he was on Parasite's team, I used to watch every time he streamed the cups and his scrims and everything, because he was like him and Parasite were like the only people who streamed everything.
Hmm.
And I thought he was mental. I think he's
Yeah.
psycho, to be honest.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
I
I
do
think they're
think
good
Fire's
four
good,
players.
but-
I
See-
just don't think.
I don't think I'd put them above
Yeah.
LG though.
No. So you
I don't
you
think they'll
would
work together.
you don't think they'll work
Yeah, I
together? You
just
feel like
don't-
it's just
yeah,
a
like-
throw together roster. The
Yeah,
thing is
pretty
too,
much.
like, it's weird with Paris because they did the very similar thing last year, but I kind of felt sorry for those Aussie boys, Lucas Shocks and Dens, because when they were playing on LAN, they fried everybody. Like they
Yeah,
were really,
that
really
was-
good. Then it went to online, and where were they all living when they were online?
I'm pretty sure their split was fucked.
Yeah.
LA, a lot
they
of
didn't have a good split.
those guys. To be fair, I don't think they always throw together because they had those three. I think those guys were really good.
No. Well,
think
that
some
wasn't
of
really
it was
thrown
fun.
together because I had
Yeah.
the
yeah.
three Aussie boys. Then you had Zed.
Zed and Kismet.
And
Well, they're like
Kismet.
Yeah, and
fighting for
Zed
spots, weren't
tends
they?
with Dan's. Zed
Mm.
tends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So look, all good individual players, but you feel like they're all kind of thrown together. Not sure if they'll
Yeah.
work. Chuck them in basically challenges.
Yeah.
All right. Easy. I felt like that was kind of. I felt like those two team basically challenges were the only two that were going to be there anyway.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. Surge, Octane, Gunless, Pristini, and Looney. Looney comes back.
Low
From-
tier.
Yeah.
I want to put them fucking top tier.
Top
No.
tier. All right. So
Not-
James
not top
James puts them there, and we got him there as well.
No way, bro.
It's between middle tier and
Yeah.
low tier.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So
My-
Luke,
my-
Luke,
I
Luke's
swear
got
that-
Luke's
I swear
got
that's
them.
4 underrated players.
My,
Like,
my opinion
extremely
is
underrated
between,
players.
my opinion is between middle tier and top tier, to be honest.
Yeah.
We could have put a middle tier then.
Let's have a look. Let's
That's
have a look.
crazy to
Octane,
me.
Gunless,
Hmm.
Pristini,
Yeah, I bet.
Looney.
I don't know why. When those
Veterans.
4 names are said, I just don't think it'll work. I don't know how to explain it.
I was kind of going to say this, like something very similar. I think it was actually Pristini. It wasn't actually Silly that said putting a team together on fundamentals. I'm pretty sure it was actually Pristini. But Gunless has a very bad history of slacking off after the first couple of months of a CDL season or a CWL season.
But the whole narrative behind Gunless and like how he becomes whatever it is, toxic, lazy, like whatever you say, the whole narrative behind it is that the one time when it worked, or like the best time when it worked in World War II when he was on Rise
On
Nation with
rides,
Looney.
yeah.
They say like Looney's the one who like can get him to be the most effective he can be. So I don't know.
But then
I think that we-
didn't they then finish top 32 in champs under Rise? They had TJ, Gunless, Looney, and Slasher. Yeah,
Yeah.
like that should have been a big team. Like I feel like Gunless has always been that player who, for the first 3-4 months of a season, is unreal. Like probably could be arguably like the best player in the game, and then kind of gets to that mid-season thing. He has some roster issues, and then come champs, he shits the bed. Not he shits the bed, but the team that he's on shits the bed.
Yeah.
Like, what's his history with champs? World War II, top 32. Black Ops 4, he was with LG, was it? No,
Nose of Envy.
Envy.
Or
Yeah,
was
because
it?
he got dropped
Yeah.
when he was on LG. Envy, they didn't finish very well, and then like obviously last
Play
year,
MW, yeah.
yeah, and then he didn't play. So that's what I'm saying. And on IW as well, he was with FaZe, and I feel like that was his best finish. I think it was like what did FaZe finish in IW?
No,
Does
I
anyone
don't
remember? No. So like notably the last 3 champs that Gunless has been in. Well, last 3 champs that there has been, Gunless hasn't shown up to one of them. And the other 2 he basically may have stayed in the hotel room.
I
No-
feel
no
like Gunless
disrespect.
Could be really good. I feel like Gunless and Octane are really good, and then Pristini and Looney are kind of like enablers. But I think Pristini.
Nah,
can actually
Looney
really
is good as fuck.
Yeah.
Looney is
Looney's
very good.
Looney's nutty.
I think
They're being
Pristini could be really good.
disrespected.
Looney
Pristini's
can
good as
definitely be really
well.
good, though.
Pristini
I think
is that.
I think Looney makes teams better no matter what.
I agree. He's so
Yeah.
smart. He's one of the probably the most one of the most tactical minds in Call of Duty. And
Yeah.
Pristini is very underappreciated. I felt like when he joined Huntsman last season, he was a big reason to kind of bring them up to that next tier with Formula and Envoy. He's kind of he's just solid. Like he doesn't do anything wrong. Like what does he do wrong?
Yeah. He's just
He
he's a
died.
very selfish player. Selfless player.
I think he was very like overshadowed on that team as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we putting them? I feel like you can't put them low tier. I feel like that roster on
Mid-tier is
paper.
probably-
I would put the middle tier between Florida and New York.
Okay, so there.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then again, like that's another roster though that could absolutely blow some teams away. Like
Yeah.
on paper, they're amazing.
I think every roster actually has.
Mm.
Probably every roster has potential to do that because it's 4v4 and so many players are gone. It's pretty
Yeah.
much just the best.
Well, 12 players dropped from the league.
Yeah.
Like, all right, sweet. Ultra. Who's on Ultra? We've got Kemi, Kleenex, Methods, and Bance.
So I'd put that middle tier as well.
I think low tier.
I feel like low
I
tier
think
as well.
I think
I'd
it
say
overhyped
mid
from
tier
last
as
build.
well.
Do you feel like maybe last of the last of the mid tier, but above London if they go low? Like,
Yeah.
so you'd either put them here or here.
I
they're behind
think
them.
Cammy and Kleenex are both insane.
Yeah. I mean,
Methods
Methods
is
is
solid.
he's just a solid man.
And Vance has been really good. I would literally probably put
Yeah.
I would put them above New York, to be honest.
Same.
I might even put them above Seattle. I definitely would put them above Seattle.
I was just gonna say low tier above London.
Mhm.
That's what I would have said.
You're faded. You are so faded.
Methods is probably another underappreciated player though. Like if you put him, if you kind of go back, I'm going back to World War II, but when he was on that Optic team with Octane, Scump, and Crimsix,
He was on Rise as well.
Yeah.
He got dropped for Slasher.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think the Methods is really good and everything, but I don't think he's like a special kind of player. Like I don't think I just think he's solid.
Do you feel like
Yeah.
I don't think he has to be on that team.
Yeah, because they have Cammy and Kleenex.
I mean, Kleenex and Nutty.
Yeah. I think Vance probably can be nutty as well. I would 100%. I honestly would put them above Seattle.
Wait, you're
Nah,
psycho.
No,
What
I
did you say?
100% would. I 100%
Actually,
would.
What?
I'll put them mid tier, but I'll put them last mid tier.
Yeah, I'll
last
say
mid
last
tier?
mid tier would be fine.
So you
I
feel
wouldn't
like
put them ahead of New York.
you wouldn't put him ahead of New York?
No.
I feel like that's probably a pretty solid thing. I mean, London's probably another one of those iffy teams. Like they're low tier at the moment, but again, I suppose it was every team though. Like every team where they are at the moment could literally change in the space of like a month.
I think London actually have a lot of potential just because they have Dylan and Alex.
Mhm.
Like if Dylan's really good at this game, they could be a top tier team 100%.
Okay. If you're picking one team before we basically finish off the video, I'll start with everyone. I'll go individually. There's one team that you feel like can cause major upsets. So we're gonna count out. Actually, you know what? I'll leave them in there. All the teams that are in these ratings. Do you feel like there's any team that could either drop out? So like Atlanta, Dallas, Optic, they might drop out and just be trash. Or any other team below them. Do you feel like there's any other team below them that could cause major upsets to big chance contenders? On paper is what I'm talking about. I'll go with you, James, because you're first on my Discord.
I would say the most likely team to make upsets is probably New York if they get Hydra and he lives up to the expectations.
Okay.
I would say they're probably the most likely team to make upsets. And the most likely team to fall off is probably Dallas, but just because they have so much expectation on them because they won last year.
Yeah.
And I don't think they'll be as good as FaZe this year.
Okay.
And I think they have a lot of expectation.
Fair enough. Chicken?
The straight up answer I would say would be LADs, but I feel like that's the obvious one in talking like the team that could beat one of the top 3 teams. So I think the less obvious one would be probably Seattle. I think Seattle could definitely like if they're going well and there's no issues within the team, I think they could be like beat the top teams.
Yeah, well, we're putting this base like on paper anyway. Like, so yeah. So James, you go subliners basically depending on whether or not they can solidify their roster. Chicken, you're going Seattle. Who have we got now? We've got Luke Middo.
Well, I was gonna say Seattle as well, but I'll pick someone else just for the.
No, mate, you can agree. It's all right. You can be a sheep. It's fine.
I'll say Rocker.
Rocker.
I think 3 out of the 4 of their rosters like extremely good. Like they're like the top of the top, like elite players. They kind of probably haven't got the recognition.
Wait, who's the one guy that is top tier?
And accuracy's just a solid main AR.
Honestly, Luke, just tell us what you really think, man. Honestly, it's fine.
Yeah, accuracy's solid.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. No, I really believe you. Danny, who you picking, man?
I think the team to fall off would have to be LA Thieves. I think they're the most likely. If
Really?
not Optic, but I think LA Thieves. I think if they get too like lazy and stuff, because like TJ is known to be lazy, and then Temp and Slasher can be toxic towards each other and the team.
You've got it's just like a clash of egos.
Yeah, I think so. And then the team, I think the team to like be a dark horse would definitely, I think Mutineers, to be honest. I think if Neptune's like really, really good, they can definitely do really good because they have Awakening and Skies. They have 2 good ARs.
Yeah.
That's true.
So Havoc. So we're basically basing that off the fact that Havoc's out, Neptune's in. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he is.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
All
They're
right.
at least trying it now.
Awesome, boys. Well, thanks for all coming in for the first COD video. Really appreciate it. And if anyone is watching this, really do apologise if we pissed any of you off. But you know, this is a bunch of Australian AMs rating pros who are on like 50 USD a month. So sweet, 50k USD a month. Well done, boys. Makes sense.
They're all terrible.
Yeah, they're all trash. Easy. All right, lads.
Done any of them.
All right. Well, cheers for jumping on board, and see you on the next one.
No worries.
Thank you.
Happy
Thanks for having
day.
us.